Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. Micah, welcome back. Do you want to show the camera your veneers?
No, because I don't want to advertise the work of my dentist who keeps nickel and diming me.
Did you say nickel and dime?
Maybe I said the other one.
Okay.
She's black. Maybe I said the other one.
Okay, I was just checking.
I was like, wait a minute, what did you say?
Try to slide that one in.
Consciously said that shit.
Hashtag don't trust black doctors.
Don't, man. Don't. Last black doctor I had, like an MD, like this lady's a dentist, so I mean, you already can't trust her. But the last MD I had was trying to get my family into a pyramid scheme. That's what black doctors do. They fuck you over. They appeal to your blackness, and then they try to, right. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Like, yeah, Mikey, you seem to be doing really well. You know how you'd be doing better?
Right.
Like, fuck off.
Jesus Christ. Get yourself a nice Jewish or a nice Indian doctor and be done with it.
Oh, right. That's fucked up. All my doctors are white. Anyway, they paid attention in school. No, but we're back.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It's like super racist. It's funny though. So I mean, that's appropriate for the show. It is. So we're back. We have plenty to talk about. A lot checked out this week, actually. A very interesting stupid tech that is getting a lot of press, but I think it's dumb. Question of the week, lightning round, movie and TV news, where we will talk about demand-based movie ticket prices. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this. And of course, What the Fuck brought to you by JTD and trailers. So first and foremost, make sure you get those 5-star reviews in on iTunes. As long as they're 5 stars, we will read them on air. Checked out this week, there is 2 reviews up, one for The Babysitter and one for The Wheelman, which are both Netflix original movies. You can find those on our YouTube page, youtube.com/The Nerdpocalypse, or you can find them on comingdistractionspod.com or in the Coming Distractions podcast feed. So check those both out. I sat down with Tiara to do The Babysitter, and then Mike and I sat down and did The Wheelman. So check those out and share them out and what have you. I also watched this week. I watched Baby Driver. Finally, I rented that.
How is it? Because I want to watch that.
It is the very definition of style over substance. It is, and I mean that in the most positive way possible. Like it is. That's not a negative. Like that's the whole goal, right? It is super music based. Like for beat.
It's music based to the point where like reloading weapons is in like beat with the music selection.
Yeah.
Like it's but it
works.
Trust the way
me,
they do it
totally
works. It works.
It's just a fun movie. Like my wife is not into movies like this, like heist films and stuff like that. She had a fucking blast with it. She loved it. Like it's really good. The music is really good.
Yeah.
It's got Kevin Spacey, John Hamm, Jamie Foxx. Like it's a pretty good cast. Yeah, it's an easy watch. I think it's a little under 2 hours. I want to say hour 45 minutes or something like that. But it was good. I totally enjoyed it. That was great. Micah, you watched 2 movies. One of them I'm very interested to hear your thoughts about, and the other one I'm even more interested to hear your thoughts about.
The first film I watched was Battle of the Sexes, directed by Jonathan Dayton and Valerie Faris, starring Emma Stone as Billie Jean King and Steve Carell as Bobby Riggs. And it is based on the little feud that they had where Bobby Riggs challenged Billie Jean King to a tennis match to prove that men are the superior athlete.
Right.
There's more to it than that, which, I didn't follow the story. I was,
born
a zygote. So, it was very good. And the whole thing with Bobby Riggs is that, he was just a retired guy, just kind of trying to, he was like a wrestling promoter, right? Like he didn't really give a damn. He didn't really think, it was all a game to him. Whereas,
to also kind of get his name back out there.
Yeah, to get his name back out there, right? And he's having a good time, right? But for Billie Jean King, who was coming to find out that she is a lesbian and, you know, a woman getting paid like 25% of what the men get paid in terms of, you know, playing tennis. This was something serious for her. And it basically tells the story around the story, which is very good. Solid performances by Emma Stone. You know, Emma Stone is starting to be one of my favorite actresses.
Yeah, she's kind of done this thing where she was doing sort of like little bit parts and then kind of like, I mean, she did like the Spider-Man movies and stuff like that, but she's kind of coming to her own. She was really good in what's the fucking Keaton movie?
Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman. She was excellent.
Yeah, she is she's starting to be one of my favorite actresses, and it's
She in La La Land too?
yes,
Is that
that is her. Like she should be
Where
what's her
Jennifer-
face is.
Was that her name?
Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. She's a far better actor than Jennifer Lawrence.
She is, and she does a very, very good performance here as Billie Jean King. Looks just like her.
Yeah, dude.
I
She
mean,
does.
God damn.
By the way, there one of our contributors, James, wrote a review for this. It's also up on the Nerdpocalypse.com. He enjoyed this as well.
Yeah, Steve Carell. Again, Steve Carell, another guy. He might be the next Tom Hanks. Funny man turned serious actor. Like he was funny in this role.
Yeah.
But the role, like the guy was just kind of wacky. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Steve Carell, he can act, man.
No, he really is quite good.
He's really, really good at acting.
Channing. He will never live down that role.
So yeah, I would highly recommend this movie. It's about 2 hours, and it's 2 hours and 1 minute. It's very good.
Okay.
Very solid performances all around.
All right. I actually wanted to rent that, so yeah, I'll definitely check that one out.
The next movie I saw,
Yeah,
well,
tell us all about it.
Saw this before.
By the way,
a while ago.
before you get into this, I would like to just say I was wrong about the Rotten Tomatoes score for this, but I wasn't wrong about this movie.
No, you weren't wrong about this movie at all.
Okay, go ahead.
It deserved the what 20 some odd % that you said it should get.
I said south side of 20%.
It needed it. The Mountain Between Us, directed by Hani Abu Assad, starring Idris Elba and Kate Winslet. This film is terrible. I don't like it. I didn't hate it, but I don't like it.
What did I say it was gonna get?
I think you said like the 50s or something like that.
I thought you said south of 50.
Yeah.
Like
Well, you're
below.
dead
Well,
on.
was it-
It's 42%.
Okay.
That
People like Idris Elba.
and I like Idris Elba in this movie.
Not really. Average rating for this movie from fans was a 3.3 out of 5. They ain't like it all that much.
That's still average.
That's still
Higher
above
than
average.
Yeah.
That's above average, and you know, fans like they don't like average person don't know shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
Look, I like Idris Elba, I like Kate Winslet, but in terms of acting, this movie is a mess on so many levels. So the story is Idris Elba plays Dr.
Oh, really?
Dr. Ben Bass.
Was he trying to sell her Herbalife too? Think you might need to get all your teeth
Fucking
taken
black
out.
doctors, man. He was playing Dr. Ben Bass, who needs to get to John Hopkins for a surgery or whatever, and they're in.
Let me guess, for a kid.
Yeah.
Fucking, of course.
Yeah.
Fucking gifted hands.
Yeah, kind of.
Ben Boston.
And all the flights are grounded, right? Kate Winslet needs to. She's a photographer, and she's got to get to wherever the fuck she's got to go.
You're really paying attention to this.
I did not like this movie because
you saw this you saw it.
I saw it in theaters because I'm a
What
good
did your
husband.
better
I
half
was
think
gonna say,
about
before you
it?
continue.
Oh, she loved it.
Really?
She adored it. She thought it
That's-
was the best film she's seen in a long
right.
time.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, because I saw her Facebook post. She was like, "This is such a great movie," and she was like, "Micah thought it was fine." Or no, she said
She
you
said
didn't
exactly what
hate
I
it,
said. I didn't hate it.
which is a lie.
Yeah, it's kind of a lie. It's kind of a lie.
Why did you lie?
Because it's
she
just
liked it so
easier
much.
that way, man. It's just easier that way. You got to do little lie. I would never lie about something serious like food or finances, but this movie, like, I don't give a fuck. As a matter of fact, the movie I didn't care about. The thing that made me hate the movie was the very end, and I'm going to spoil this movie. So if you really want to see the mountain between us, pause, go waste 2 hours of your life, and then come back and be mad with me. But so they got it right. They got to get to wherever they got to go. This movie should have been called Stupid White Woman, because Stupid White Woman finds Bo Bridges.
Why the fuck was he there?
Exactly. What she finds Bo Bridges, and because Bo Bridges is a pilot, right? And he flies commuter planes. And she's like, hey, I'll pay you if you take me to where I gotta go, even though these commercial airliners won't do it.
Right, like they're not doing it because it's not safe.
Right.
Okay.
And she overhears that Idris Elba needs to get to Baltimore. So she's like, hey, I'm doing this. If you really gotta go, maybe we could split the cost. And then stupid ass Idris Elba. This movie also should have been called Stupid White Woman, subtitle, Black Men Don't Be Dumb. Don't follow stupid white women. Because he's like, all
Seems
right.
like a long title. But...
He's like, all right, I'll go with you. And they fly, some bad shit happens, they get stranded on a fucking mountain, and everything that you're not supposed to do, this white woman does. And as pragmatic as Idris Elba is, eventually he's too rigid, and she's too, go with the flow, right? But they've got to come together to in order to solve this, and they fall in love. But Kate Winslet is about to be married eventually.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Spoilers, right? They fuck in a cabin, like they find a cabin and they start having sex, and they fall in love with each other, because that's what having sex in movies is. Well, these type of movies, not the other type of movies. And that means they fall in love, right? Eventually they get rescued, and she goes back to her life. She gets married to who she's supposed to get married to. And Idris Elba is just doing whatever Idris Elba does. And she tries to call him, but he's like, well, I loved her, but she's married, so I don't want to, interfere with that, because I don't want them feelings to come back. And she either gets a divorce, or she was engaged. She either gets a divorce or doesn't get married. And she meets him for coffee one day, and he's like, I really care about you, and I'm sorry that I was cold to you when you were trying to contact me. And she's like, well, I mean, I'm kind of over it now. I'm not with the man, the guy I was supposed to marry, and I'm just trying to do my own thing. He's like, oh, okay, well, you're doing your own thing. I can respect that. All right, thanks for lunch. And then he leaves, and then she leaves, and then they're walking. You see a shot of Idris Elba walking towards the camera, and then, like they're walking away, and you see a shot of Kate Winslet walking towards the camera, and then they both stop at the same time, and they both turn around, and they run into each other's arms, and they give each other a kiss. And fuck you! This is not a fucking Nicholas Sparks movie. It was supposed to be my survival movie. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. This movie's dumb, yo. I don't like it. Don't go see it. It's bad.
If you could give it a Rotten Tomatoes score out of 100, what would you give it?
2.
Wow. So I'm vindicated.
You're vindicated.
All right.
I did not care for this. I did not care for this movie at all.
That is very clear. Oh man,
That sounds terrible.
It's bad.
that ending sounds really cheesy.
fucking terrible.
It's right. Like, and the whole movie is just a big bowl of fine up until that terrible fuck you ending. Like, really? All of a sudden, this is The Notebook? I just don't like, people don't act that way. I don't know.
Wait. Yo, wow. Okay, I'm very confused. Apparently, Tom Cruise's American Made, it went from like a 30% to an 88%. An 88% on Rotten Tomatoes? That's crazy.
I mean, I like that movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's like, I didn't know it was that good.
All right.
Because it was doing bad. God damn. Okay. Talk about, come on the come up. Anyway.
Noah's never going to hit 88%. The mountain between us.
Look, I told you when they scheduled that screener, the middle of the day on a fucking Tuesday, I was like, this movie's doomed.
Yo,
It's
I
garbage.
wanted to believe, man.
Oh, no, it might be good, guys. Like, no.
Nah, it's not good.
That's a little inside baseball.
It's not good at all. Apparently Idris Elba has a foot fetish. So he asked Kate Winslet to put socks on because he didn't want to get too attracted to her feet or some shit. Yeah, Stringer Bell likes feet, y'all.
I don't like that.
If
I have literally lost a significant portion of my respect for him as a human being.
Your boy, Michael Fassbender, was supposed to be in this.
See? Smart. Yeah.
Oh, was he? But he was in Snowman instead. Yeah, shut up.
That's not good.
That shit got like a 7% on Rotten.
He mixed up his snow movie.
He's like, oh shit, that's the wrong movie. God,
He was
well,
like, yo,
fuck
all
it.
right, just fuck it. He was like, just roll tape. It's fine. Whatever. what snow movie am I in? No one.
Yo.
Not making out with anybody? All right.
Charlie Hunnam was supposed to be in it, and then he dropped out.
The fucked up thing is, Idris Elba and Kate Winslet are both good actors.
Yeah. Like,
I heard they had zero chemistry, though. Or at least not believable chemistry.
not believable. Like, they try their hardest, but it doesn't work.
Not so secretly, Kate Winslet's one of my favorite actresses.
Really.
Yeah, she really is. I think she's always excellent in everything. And yeah, when I saw this trailer for this, I was like, all right, this is gonna be really fucking good. The both of them are good, And then that screener date came out. I was like, yeah, and I'm out.
It's not a good movie, man. It's not a good movie.
Snowman has 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's too high. That seems too high. Way too high. Some people don't understand how movies work.
Because this wasn't one.
No, it should be a 1. Just to be insulting. No science and tech this week. Stupid tech. Okay, this has made a lot of money, but I'm not buying it. This is like done by like MIT or something. This is called the Ember Wave.
$613,000.
Yeah, on a $100,000 goal. The Ember Wave is a thermostat for your body. It looks like a beeper from the 90s that you have on your wrist, and you decide if you wanted to send warm or cold like vibrations through your body to like heat you up or cool you down.
No, I ain't buying it either.
Like, 1, that seems rather stupid. 2, they're like, we've never been able to regulate our own temperature. I'm like, the sweatshirt right there. Like, They've had jackets forever. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't. So theoretically, right, you could walk around in shorts and a tank top in the middle of a blizzard.
I mean, white people do that shit anyway.
Well, I mean,
their noses are different than
they're cold-blooded bastards. No, but like theoretically, that is what this does.
Yeah, you can like warm your skin up, or you can cool it down.
Nah, I don't believe it. I'd have to see somebody try it out before I try it out, because I'm not.
I'm afraid it's gonna burn.
I'm not. I'm right. It's gonna make it's gonna turn my skin green or some shit. Like, I don't need
cheap
that
jewelry.
shit.
I don't. No, I don't think I'm buying it. Also, I just wear a jacket. It's fine. Like I get cold really easily. Just put a jacket on. That's no big deal.
How much of it do you think is mental? Like a placebo?
Probably not a lot. I mean, I feel like temperature changes.
Nah,
Like,
temperature is temperature. Like, if I'm cold, nigga, I'm cold.
yeah.
But I feel like if you have a little patch of
Oh, you're saying you might feel in one spot.
Yeah.
Does it heat you up all over?
Yeah.
Maybe 20-30% of that is probably psychological.
Yeah, because I can't. I've had like a hot phone. Like, my phone has been hot, and I put it in my pocket, but I'm not like, woo, I'm sweating.
Right, exactly. I don't know. Maybe it's the placement of the device. You paying $219 for this?
No, but you can give me one for free to try it to see if if it actually works. Ember Wave.
Yeah, I'm fascinated.
I
by
would
this.
like to try it. I'm not paying for it.
$219 is way too much.
No,
money.
fuck that. Mm-mm.
Why does this thing sound like it should be fighting for the NXT Women's Championship?
Why? What wrestler is?
Ember Moon.
Fine ass Ember Moon, but she's married to a white guy. And she's like 5'1".
Maybe she met him on a mountain when she got in his car. A plane crash. That's everyone knows. That's how all interracial couples meet in the middle of tragedy.
Is that how you met?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saving her from dating shitty dudes. That was her tragedy. You're fucking welcome. All right. Comic news this week. That was a really arrogant thing.
Well.
I mean, it's not unlike me. Comic news this week. Micah, you read Batman 25 through 32?
Yes, that is a story arc called The War of Jokes and Riddles that I've heard is very good, so I decided to check it out. It is so where we last left Batman, apparently, in DC's Rebirth, he proposed to Selena Kyle.
Right. Yeah.
And
is this where they answer that whole thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And he says before, they use a discussion that Bruce and Selena are having as a framing device because he has to tell her, he's like, look, before you answer my marriage proposal, I need to tell you something. Like, I need to get something off my chest.
And then it was like months before they got back to this, from my understanding. Like he asked like a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. From what I understand, I don't know, but they probably had to think of this arc.
Yeah, sure.
And he's like, I got something really important to tell you. You need to know the type of man that you're dealing with here.
I'm an insane person.
And he goes and tells a story that no one ever knew about, right? Retcon.
Of course.
And it is it's still when he's in his first year as Batman. So he's still very, very new. And
I killed 7 people.
Essentially,
the younglings.
Essentially, the Riddler and the Joker, the Joker is suffering from some form of depression where he doesn't find things funny anymore. And the Riddler approaches him and says, hey, I know what will get you to laugh again. Let's work together to kill Batman. And the Joker's like, huh. And then he shoots the Riddler. Fuck you. I don't need your fucking help. Like, he's the fucking Joker, right? Like,
but y'all need a partner.
Right. Get the fuck out of here.
Who are you?
So Batman comes in and he goes after the Joker because I guess he thought the Riddler was dead. The Riddler's not dead, and Batman doesn't catch the Joker. So the Riddler is pissed, and the Joker's the Joker. The Riddler declares war on the Joker, and supervillains align up with the Riddler. The Joker's like, whatever, and he gets a bunch of supervillains to line up with him.
Interesting.
And there's a fucking gang war in Gotham between these two guys, and Batman doesn't know really how to handle it, and the police don't know how to handle it. At one point, Deathstroke and Deadshot are fighting for 5 days, Jesus and like they are treating Gotham like red faction. They're just blowing shit up, right? And just like a bunch of people die. It gets to a point where Bruce Wayne has to parlay with these guys. It's like, look, I'm trying to save my city. I'm trying to save my city. Fucking Bruce Wayne in this story did more for Gotham than Ray Lewis has done for Baltimore ever. And it's a really good story. It's a really good story. You find out the thing that Batman has to get off his chest, and
is it worth it?
It's a satisfying ending.
Yeah,
it's a very satisfying ending, and something that comes out of nowhere. You find the origin. They retcon the origin of Kite Man. And it is one of the most heartbreaking stories that you'll ever read. Like, you know how Batman the Animated Series redid Mr. Freeze's origin to make it tragic and make him a sympathetic character? They do that for Kite Man.
Who the fuck is Kite Man?
He flies around.
Around. He's an aeronautical engineer. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
That's part of the retcon. And he's billed as the man who could fly anything, and he has kite themed, like he flies around on a hang glider and just steals shit and flies away.
Because there's a great I've seen the image from like one of these books, and it's like he just like flies in and like punches someone or something or steals something. He's like, kite man, and he flies off. Like, what the fuck?
like he's a joke villain.
Yeah,
right?
he was ridiculous.
It's just stupid, but he's given a really good. He's given a really good.
I swear, comics are fucking dumb.
He's given a really good. He's given
especially older comics are ridiculous.
A really good backstory, man, and you feel for the guy. Like two of the 8 books are dedicated to him and telling his story. It's really good.
It's a Kite Man story.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's really good, man.
Is this a trade?
It will be a trade in December. So I would pick you, especially you would love it because it feels something like Hush, where every back character is involved in some way. It's good, man. Okay. It's good. I heard it was good. I checked it out, and I really dug it.
Exciting. All right, I'll check that out. Okay, question of the week. So last week, Micah, you weren't here, but last week we talked about the story that Netflix was planning 80 original movies. That's not series. That's just original movies to release in 2018. So I asked, is that too ambitious even for them? And what impact does that have on the movie industry if that actually comes to fruition? You wanted to talk about this, like your thoughts on it. In general.
I don't like it. I don't like.
Is it too many?
Yeah, I think it's too many.
I think 80 is a lot of fucking movies.
80 is a lot of movies, and that's almost 2 movies a day. And it is. Whenever I hear something like that, I hear the Nintendo Wii launch lineup. You remember where you were still working at GameStop when the Wii launched, right? All the fucking shovelware that they just put out for that game.
Yeah. All of it was shovelware.
All of it was
97% of the Wii games were shovelware.
Right. And that's not him just being a dick. Like a lot of it really was.
No, that's not me being a dick. Like the Wii was trash.
Look, I had a Wii.
I bought my sister a Wii. She had like 4 games.
Right.
I had like 3, I think.
Exactly. So she had one more than you.
If I'm not mistaken, of those 3 games that I had, Wii Sports was the one I played the most. Wii bowling is hot, son.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it will dilute the product because 80. Look, how many of them do you think are going to be really good?
Well, okay. Here's a question though, right? I've been thinking about this over the last week. If you're talking about 80 movies, there's a lot of documentaries that they do that fall under almost everyone's radar. So a lot of them could be documentaries. A lot of them could be like feature films, like The Babysitter or Wheelman, stuff like that. And then you might get like high end stuff from like Ava DuVernay, or you got the Dee Rees movie that's coming out like tomorrow. 3 weeks.
Is it 3 weeks?
I think it's in November.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the same day Justice League comes out. So yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like it's gonna kind of run the gamut.
At the same time,
but I agree with you. It's a lot.
At the same time, like they need content other than stand up.
They have to.
Like I don't know if it's just my feed because I watch a lot of stand up. That's all I see on there.
Yeah, I do have a
stand up.
But then I watch a ton of documentaries, so I have another feed which is just nothing but documentaries. Also,
yeah,
okay,
yeah, so do I.
So it tailors to what you watch. Okay, which is why when we watch The Man in 3B, we got whatever the fuck that other movie was called,
The Preacher's
Son, and
Black Coffee,
and Boy Bye.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 80 is a lot. Like 80 is a fuck ton. Like, do you think, before we get into these responses, do you think this is going to have any major impact on the industry? I mean,
on the movie industry as a whole, or the streaming movie industry?
Well, the streaming movie industry, they've already had an impact. They run it. but no, I mean like Hollywood in general, because I mean, obviously there are going to be movies that are done by like Columbia Pictures or something like that, but Netflix is almost kind of like its own movie studio in a way.
I don't think the movie industry respects Netflix as one of its own. I think the movie industry thinks of Netflix as they do of HBO. They don't really give a damn. Like HBO is going to do their thing. They're in a class by themselves.
Yeah.
Netflix is, the tip of the streaming spear that is its own entity. Yeah. And the only time the Hollywood respects it is award time.
Right, but do you think
I don't think they will have an impact. If they do have an impact, it will be what Disney's doing and pulling their stuff from Netflix.
Right. Well, I guess my question is, do you think it'll have an impact as far as, okay, we're releasing 80 movies, that's more people spending time at home watching movies versus going to theaters and things?
No. As much as like the movie industry has its ups and downs, I think people still like the theater going experience. And there are certain movies that and certain movies that certain actors do that will draw you, like, unless the streaming companies can pull big name actors like they're trying to do with Bright and stuff like that. Unless they can do that more often, I don't think it will impact the movie industry in any specific way. The movie industry's problem is the movie industry. And they're like, it's gonna implode at one point.
I think I would be very surprised if 2018 isn't one of the worst years for the movie industry as far as getting people to come to the theater. 80 movies in a year is got to be some level of disruption. It has to.
That's all. Last week,
it's a fuck ton of content.
Like, the only movies that I would even give a shit about seeing in the theater would be like big budget movies, like Civil War or Black Panther. That's like, you have to see that in the movie theater,
right? Like,
but anything else, would you go see like
Battle of the Sexes? Would you wait 2 months?
I'm different.
Yeah, you guys go to movies every week. That's your.
It's a thing that we do.
Right.
So I'm not really the person to ask. You got to ask somebody who, just kind of likes movies but doesn't care either way.
I will say this: if Netflix is able to, one of the smartest moves they can do in this 80 movie release is to get a bunch of exclusive kid movies, because that alone will get parents to not have to spend some exorbitant amount to take 4 kids to a theater. And kids don't give a fuck. Kids aren't like, I need the movie going experience. Kids are like, you got animal crackers and I can watch the TV and watch a movie I want. That's it. Plus they can just watch it on repeat, right? Like, that's what kids do. So that would be a kind of a devastating thing. It's kind of like my idea for electric cars. The first company to come out with a fully electric minivan, they win the fucking wars on electric cars, because everyone buys fucking minivans. And once you enter that market, it's over. It's over. So if they could capture the kid movie market, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
that's a wrap. So so there are the responses. There are a ton of them.
I'll read a select few. Anthony says, high-ass ticket prices. I believe you asked, do you think it will cause ticket prices to go up? And he responds, yes, with Netflix dropping their own movies like mixtapes, it could hurt movie theaters. Cam says, we don't know how many of these movies are already in development / will just be distributed by Netflix, so it's tough to say it's too ambitious. They could potentially have 40 in the can already that we don't know about. I think that it could drastically change the indie movie scene, because this could theoretically be a better avenue for those filmmakers rather than traditional studios. As long as it is 60 to 70% of the movies, as long as 60 to 70% of the movies are good, then I don't see a problem with this strategy. Jay says, nah, it's too ambitious.
That's not me.
They are.
That dude has an awesome last name.
Yes, it is. Like, I really want to say it, but I don't want to put your government out there, Mr. J. But he says, no, it's too ambitious. They're Netflix, where all they have to do is place content on the screen in front of you and you watch it. I do think that filmmaking may start to slow down, start to go down the road that music has, where SoundCloud movies or minuscule film groups that you would have never heard of before can sneak in and make some noise because the channel's too wide distribution are only as far away as the screen in front of you. I'm sorry, I felt like I was stroking out there.
To his point, if I understand his point right, I think that's true, right? Mark Duplass, he's an actor and a filmmaker. He made that point a number of years ago. He was like, if you're an independent filmmaker, get your movie on Netflix. Like, it is the fastest way for people to see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it cost them jack shit to distribute it.
Right.
Like, cool. Thanks for the disc. We're going to throw it into the Netflix box and upload it, and then we'll put it out there. So if you can get your stuff on there, then you're good to go.
Brian says, good. Fuck the movie industry. If the studio system churned out 80 movies a year, 70 of them would be crap anyhow, and that's what we have now. So what's the difference if Netflix wants to give it a shot? Okay, fine. And I don't have to spend a massive amount of money at the movie theaters or listen to assholes talking over shit.
I mean, that's going to be the big argument, dude.
Yeah.
It is. It's just ease.
Jody says, I don't think it's overambitious. They're going to be picking up a lot of already purchased or produced material. They also have enough money to pay for full production teams for each movie. It's not like they have 8 production teams that have to make a movie a month. While I don't expect to watch all of them, I'm excited for the variety they're going to have out there. And Michael says, sounds to me like they're going to do what NBC, CBS, and ABC used to do in the 80s, a TV movie of the week, except that by doing 80, they are releasing one new movie about every 2 weeks or so. Good plan. And there are a lot of other responses, but I'm tired of talking. So thank you all for responding. I urge you to go to the nerdpocalypse.com/fans.
Sure. Or you could go to our YouTube page, facebook.com/the Nerdpocalypse to read this.
Oh, yeah.
Way to fuck that up. /fans? Also, you could go to thenerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Before you buy anything on Amazon, use that link. Whenever you buy stuff, we get a little bit of a kickback. We get a fourth of 4 cents or whatever. It's, I don't know.
4 cents to the dollar. 4 pennies.
4 whole pennies to $1 every time you make a purchase. So make sure you do that. Helps out the show. It's a great way to give back to the show without spending any extra money. Okay, lightning round this week. They're making a spinoff from Bad Boys 2 with Gabrielle Union's character.
Do you remember what Gabrielle Union's character was?
Yeah, she was like a
sister.
She was Martin Lawrence's sister. She was like a CIA or FBI agent or something.
Yeah.
I don't care about it. This sounds stupid to me.
I don't get it.
I like Gabrielle Union.
Yeah. Oh,
but she's butt.
That shit was fun. She does, guys. She does. Sorry. Good for her. I mean, whatever. Do your thing. I ain't mad at her.
I don't know. Anyway. That shit's funny to me.
Everybody does. Anyway, so, and if you're like, I don't, okay. Next up.
Next story, man. Like, there's nowhere else to go from there.
Yeah. Stop lying.
Literally hit the bottom.
Oh boy. Next up, not about butt. Vincent D'Onofrio returning for Daredevil season 3. Arguably one of the best characters to come out of the Netflix MCU.
Yes. Yeah, I wish he was in the movies.
Yeah. I would love for them to bring him over into the Spider-Man part of the universe.
Yeah, I think he would. He
should be in the Spider-Man movies.
He should be. He was a Spider-Man villain first, and then they realized, oh shit, Daredevil doesn't have anybody that, like, nobody's reading Daredevil. Let's give him somebody respectable to fight.
Yeah, that was basically it. And Fox didn't own the Kingpin anymore, so they were just like, fuck it, throw him in there.
Right.
Next up, Adam Driver joined Spike Lee's Black Klansman thriller.
Adam Driver's not black.
But he's a Klansman?
Is he a Klansman?
Probably in this movie. I bet he's Italian too. I guarantee he is. No word what this movie is really about.
I find it amazing.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, actually, there is a log line. The movie follows Ron Stallworth, a detective in Colorado Springs, Colorado, who in 1978 answers an ad in the local newspaper seeking new Klan members. John David Washington was announced last month for the role. Stallworth rose from the ranks to become the head of the local chapter, even though he's African American. He sent a white officer in his place for any in-person meetings. Wow, that's a super interesting story.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Why the fuck was that guy asking to start the Klan?
As a black dude.
I think he's trying to, maybe he's trying to infiltrate it. I don't think it's like a Clayton Bigsby kind of thing. I think it's like,
isn't it?
Know thy enemy, maybe.
Driver will play the role of an undercover police officer who is the best of the Colorado Springs police force. He is known on the force for being antisocial. So a perfect role for him. He's a perfectionist, critical of others' mistakes. So he's perfect for this. But brave and dedicated.
Who would have thought that out of that show, the ugly weirdo would be like the breakout
people.
The ugly weirdo
guy.
Yeah, the ugly weird looking guy would like his career would take off.
Yeah, it's so funny because Adam Driver to me is one of those actors who never really feels like he's acting.
Yeah.
He's always just kind of himself, but he chooses pretty good roles.
He does.
And he's really good at it. Like, I really liked him in Girls. Like, he was an obnoxious fucking psychopath.
He was the best character in Girls.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, no, absolutely. But then he was in that movie with Tina Fey. I can't remember the name of it, where he played her brother and like their dad had died. Yeah, I remember that movie. That was a really good movie. Yeah, and he was very good in it. Yeah, so because he was playing opposite dude from Arrested Development, Jason Bateman.
Yep, he was in this movie with Ben Stiller. That was really good.
I like him as Kylo Ren. I think he's good.
Yeah. He was in Inside Llewyn Davis, whatever the other guy's name is. The movie you were thinking of is This Is Where I Leave You.
Yes, thank you.
He was in Logan Lucky, which I enjoyed his performance there. Yeah, he picks good. Like, I like the guy.
He is as equally as good of an actor as Michael Fassbender, but has a better agent.
At what point do you stop blaming the agent?
Oh no, I also blame Michael Fassbender for making poor choices, but he's not a bad actor.
Yeah, poor choices like having maybe it's his best friend. Like maybe his best friend is picking his roles for him.
He's like, Brian, come on. Come on. Please.
But I got you Frank. Like, yeah, you got me Frank, and then you got me, and now I'm Harry Hole.
Hole.
Is that how they pronounce it?
Not in the movie, though.
No, he says, I'm Harry Hole.
Yeah.
Like, well, what the fuck? How am I supposed to take this movie seriously as soon as you open your fucking mouth and say and tell me what your name is?
I'm Detective. Detective what? Hole. What's your first name? Detective.
Bung?
Yeah. Detective Bunghole.
Just Detective Hole.
Dick Hole?
I'm not telling you my name. Fuck off. In news that is not surprising to anyone, Tom Hardy's Venom will be brought to life using motion capture CGI.
Yeah, so it's happened.
Yeah, production has started. I've now moved on from that, and I believe that Gambit won't happen.
So Gambit was talked about way before this.
Yeah, but
before this.
Yeah, and Gambit is still way from getting started. So
yeah, I cannot believe they got Tom Hardy to do this.
But you know what the fucked up thing is? The cast is really fucking good. I'm like, this might actually be good. And then I gotta be happy to see Tom Hardy in a goddamn Venom movie. And then I have to see the Venom movie.
What else had a pretty good cast? Mountain Between Us.
You know what else had a really good cast? The Snowman.
It did.
That cast was really fucking good.
It was.
And that movie was not.
So cast don't mean everything.
Yeah.
Nope. Next up, this is actually really cool potential casting news. Ben Mendelsohn, who was the villain in Star Wars Rogue One, amongst many other great roles that he's done. He is in talks to play the main Skrull in Captain Marvel. Ben Mendelsohn is a fucking excellent actor. Like, that dude always plays great villain roles. So yeah, I mean, no word on necessarily that it is absolutely happening, but he's in talks. So he's done some really great stuff. Mississippi Grind was a really good movie. And he was also that show Bloodlines. He was the brother they murdered in the first episode.
Was that on Netflix?
Yeah, it was a Netflix series. But yeah, he's great.
What do we know the name of his character?
No, they just said he would be head of the Skrulls.
Is it just a random selection of consonants?
Yes.
Like every other Skrull name?
Yeah. Glurt. Shazam director says that the movie will be released April 2019. I don't care.
They don't have a Shazam yet, right?
Right. So I don't care.
All right. You already see. I don't like that. I don't like hearing news like that. Like, I don't like hearing out of order news like that.
Yeah, it should have been. This is coming April 2019, and this guy is playing Shazam. It should have been one announcement.
Or this guy's playing Shazam. We don't know when it's coming out yet.
Calm down.
Oh yeah, it's coming out here, and John Cena's playing Shazam.
It's the logical choice.
He did Annabelle Creation.
Yeah, that was just the new one that came out, right?
Yeah. Apparently,
people like that. People like that one.
Yeah.
And Aquaman just wrapped filming too. Interestingly enough.
All right.
All right. Movie and TV news this week. Deathstroke is getting a solo movie, which I immediately was like, no, I don't give a fuck. That does not need to happen. And then the rest of the headline is The Raid's Gareth Evans is set to direct it. Possibly. He's in talks. And then I immediately got interested again.
I don't have a problem with this. You take
this image. This image is very cool.
You take a C- level villain, and you elevate him. It could start a new anti-hero franchise.
I agree with you. If anything, I like the idea of, and I've said this on the past shows, which this should be the way they do this. They should be building their group of villains. What is it? The Hall of Justice and the
Legion
of Doom. Like, that's what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Like, just go the opposite way.
It could be
cool though.
This could be the Dread sequel that everybody wanted.
Could be.
So,
I mean, look, Deathstroke is a cool fucking character. I certainly didn't need this to exist. But my thing is, Gareth Evans is really good at action and obviously martial arts and stuff like that, shooting that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's good at it when he's got the proper people.
Oh, you can guarantee those dudes are going to be in this movie. He'll figure out a way to put them in. They'll be gang members or something.
They'll be like Joe Manganiello will be there for all the, non-helmeted scenes, and then he'll just get two of his regular stunt guys on top of each other.
Just shoot from a really far distance, or just like in a trench coat. Like two guys. Deathstroke. I'm really tall.
Fucking giant. He's 6'4"?
He's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, dudes are like 5 feet even. Yeah.
You gotta have to stack them up.
I'm sure you can do some trick photography. You
Force perspective.
You just put that helmet. Just make sure that helmet don't come off.
Look,
and it's a cool looking helmet, man.
It is.
Like, he's got a cool look.
He does. I someone had posted this story today, and I said, like, I really like that image. Like, it's really great. It looks like an image from a cell shaded Deathstroke game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, I'd play that. Like, that's not bad. But one of the cool things with him, because he does like sword work, and I mean, he's basically Deadpool, right? Obviously, that's where the name comes from. But just a more serious Deadpool. Like, yeah, you could pull it off, and he's an anti-hero, so I don't know. Like, I don't know what the story would be. Have him take down some gangsters. Maybe he's going after some MacGuffin that these other bad guys are going after.
That's all.
You think you rate this R?
You have to. His name is Deathstroke the Terminator. You better rate it R.
Terrence, are you a fan of Deathstroke since he's in video games that you play?
He looks cool. I don't give a fuck about him.
I would assume you would know. I would assume you would know a lot, considering this is in your bailiwick, my guy.
I love that word.
It's a great word.
Look, I mean, if it's him directing it, that's fine. Like, again, he does action sequences very well with the crew that he has, and I would like to see how they do that. Where's this movie going to take place? In Thailand?
Why is he always in Thailand?
Why is he in Thailand right now?
I mean,
Batman.
Here's the thing. He's an international assassin. There's no reason why he couldn't be in Thailand. The one thing I am curious about with this movie is Gareth Evans is not known for the heaviest of like story.
Look,
that's like those raid movies are fun, but they are really light on plot. Like they are. It's just like, we'll just put these two dudes in a kitchen and fight each other. Like, that's not a story beat, dude. Like, so I'm interested to see, did he write the raid movies?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They're gonna have to team him with a good writer who can bring a story that makes sense.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Like, I don't need like a good story when I go see something starring Deathstroke the Terminator. You know what I mean?
You need a little bit of a story.
Like, I need about as much story as Dredd had.
I mean, okay, that's fair.
All right, right. Like, we got to get from here to there and kill mama. Like, all right,
and
whatever.
And then come back down.
Right.
I mean, that's true. Like, honestly, you could just kind of remake the raid with just like him versus a building of guys.
Yeah, that's all I need.
You know,
that's all I need. Is a jumping off point. It's a quick and dirty cash grab.
Oh, it's a cash grab, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Well, just let Joe Manganiello be a badass. That's it.
Yeah, man.
And give him a chance to, of course, because he's fucking Joe Manganiello.
Look at Deadpool, like you said.
Yeah, just give him a chance to take his fucking mask off. Everybody see his pretty face, and I'm sure for some reason, I got battle damage. I better take this shirt off for a minute, and then he put it back on, and then he'll kill more people. Like, that's fine. It's fine. We know why you're here. So yeah, do what you got to do. Next up, Captain Marvel will be in Avengers 4.
Good.
Yeah, so that's cool. They're going to do a little bit more explaining about where she's been since her movie takes place in the 90s.
Wait, Avengers
4.
So the second Infinity War. All right.
Yeah, so she's probably just going to come flying in, punching people in the face. My guess is you'll get an after credit scene, something that links her to it at the end of 3.
Are they going to explain why she's so broken in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
Probably. Well, it's probably because she's a fascist. She's a fucking psychopath in the comics. Like, yo, lady, take it easy. Yeah, she's just become a complete asshole. But I'm sure they won't go that route immediately.
Oh, no, not at all. No, immediately. Ever.
No, this is their Wonder Woman.
Right.
Like they got to make her absolutely perfect. They will change other characters around her to be more of a fascist.
They will make every other character speak with a terrible Israeli accent in the 90s.
That was the funniest thing in Wonder Woman. Why does everyone have it? Oh, this Gal Gadot, she's not good at. Okay, I get it. Oh, did you think it would be fair? Like, I don't know, Robin Wright, but that accent is not good. And I love you, girl, but like, no.
That's how much like representation matters. These really good actresses all decided to put on their goofball voices just to make this happen.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, if they didn't have accents, no one would have noticed.
No one would have.
I didn't even notice they had accents. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It really didn't.
Yeah.
It
saw
didn't.
Somebody kicking ass, man.
Yeah. But like, if they didn't, everyone would just be like, that scene was still pretty great. But they were like, I mean, look, in fairness to them, it was attention to detail.
Yeah.
But they were just like, everyone else change because you're all getting paid less than her. So So that's how it works. Next up, James Mangold is working on a script for a X-23 spinoff from Logan.
I never saw this movie, but from what I understand, this little girl is a standout.
Yeah, she was kind of a badass.
All right. So is
Daphne
this a good
Keane.
thing? Is this something you want to see?
Yeah, I'm okay with this, actually. The only problem with this news is they are going to have to figure out how to wrangle time for her, right? Because she's young. I mean, I don't know. She's probably, maybe by the time this movie comes out, maybe she's like 15, 16 years old, right? But you need to figure out a way to get her into these other movies. It can't be an X-23 solo movie. Like, we don't need that. We need get her in line with these other young mutants. My guess is somewhere in the New Mutants group or a part of the regular X-Men group as sort of the Wolverine stand-in. But is Cable going to go get her from the future and bring her back? Because she's in a future timeline where Logan was.
Yeah.
Right? So you'd have to finesse that part of it to get her in with the X-Men. However they do it is fine, as long as it makes sense. I don't have a problem with, but that is something they're going to have to think about.
Yeah, time travel. That's it. She's like 12 now.
More or less.
11,
yeah.
12. That's what Wikipedia says. She's 11 or 12.
Right. But
Spanish.
so by the time this movie gets written and greenlit, she'd probably be 16. I mean, you're talking another 3 to 4 years easily before this comes out.
Well, there you go. And then she'll be what? That was how old Chloe Grace Moretz was when she did Kick-Ass, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't she like 16?
So.
All right.
I mean, look, they had no problem showing an 11-year-old girl ripping the shit out of people in that Logan movie. So it's not like they're going to throw her into an X-Men movie and that's only going to be rated R. So
you know what sucks? She's billed as Daphne Keane. Her name is Daphne Keane Fernandez.
Oh, she's Spanish in the movie. In Logan.
But I think it sucks because
they won't go with the
her Hollywood name, like Oscar Isaac.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like you are clearly Hispanic, but
what's Oscar Isaac's real name?
It's like Oscar Isaacs Gutierrez or some. Some
Gutierrez?
It's some. It's something low.
He's got like 4 names or something like that.
I swear, it's like Oscar Isaacs La Parca or Oscar Isaacs Juventud or Oscar Isaacs Guerrero or some shit like that.
Why are you just naming Spanish wrestlers? It's offensive.
Is Oscar Isaac Hernandez Estrada?
Yeah, come on, yo.
Yeah, he was just like, I fucking Oscar Isaac. Like,
I mean, in fairness, he was just like, this is just to get things moving faster. Like, his name's too goddamn long. Like, what do you want me to do? Come on. Like, guys, I just want to be in movies. All right. But yeah, look, she was really good, actually. She was really impressive. She was a real standout in that movie. So I'm fine with it. Like, that's cool. Like, bring her in, man. Bring her in.
All right.
And if James Mangold is working on it, hopefully, I can't imagine he's working on a script, so I guess it's a solo movie, but that seems to not make sense to me. Like, we don't need to separate every character out. Like, that's the whole point of these books, is that you get separate stories, but then you bring them together. Especially the X-Men.
Well, that's what Marvel did, though. They separated characters.
Sure, but what are they doing with this?
I don't care. I really don't. I'm just asking questions.
Thanks, Fox News. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Next up, Justice League has a reasonable runtime, contrary to popular belief. Even though I was told, no, it's going to be 2 hours and 50 minutes. It is actually 121 minutes. So 2 hours.
2 hours. Who believed that this movie was going to be 3 hours long?
If that shit was 3 hours long, I wouldn't go see it.
It wouldn't.
That's too long.
Fuck that.
Like, they want to make as much money as possible, and
that cuts into them.
Yeah, it cuts into runtime, which means people won't it will only get so many showings, and people.
Again, people don't think about things; they just mad. They're just angry about shit.
Just let this terrible looking movie come out, and be done with it, man.
Oh,
I want to
man.
believe.
I do too.
I just really hope it's good. That's where I'm at.
I just
want it to be really good.
I want it to be fun. I want it to be good. But more important than anything else, I want people to go and see that movie and give it a real chance. Like, that's what I want. If it's actually good, say it's good, and don't just hold to your. Don't just be obstinate. Like, just to be obstinate. Like,
yeah, I'll give this movie a fair shake. Unlike Fan 4 Stick. I did not give that movie a fair shake.
No, you did not. I mean, in fairness, you were not wrong.
Right. I am more than willing to admit that, I might be wrong about this. But yeah, just be good, man.
Please, for the love of God.
Just be badass. Like, that's all you got now.
Just make it badass, dude.
Just be badass, and we will go from there. I don't give a fuck what the story is. There's no overarching plot or whatever. Like, just have
a bunch of kick-ass action beats.
Yo, just have at one point, like, all of the Justice League. Like, this is what I imagine, right? Like, this is what will get me super fucking pumped, right? Like, Cyborg is getting his ass handed to him. The Flash is running around because he don't know how to fight.
I like that they're kind of playing that up in the trailers, by the way.
Yeah. Aquaman and
run away.
Aquaman is crushing beer cans on his head.
He's a
Wonder
bro
Woman.
dog.
Wonder Woman is doing all the fucking heavy lifting, and but she's getting tired. And Batman's a fucking dork. Like his fucking toys don't work. And all of a sudden, I want the Flash to just be like, "Wait a minute, you guys hear that?" And then they're just like, "What? We're getting our asses handed to us." And he runs away, and he comes back. He's like, "Guys, you won't fucking believe what's coming this way." Bump it up. Bump it up. Bump it up, bump it up, bump, 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 bump. And then just Superman just comes in and starts kicking ass and taking names, and everybody
with his
fucking
mustache.
with his fucking mustache. I don't even want that. I don't want him to be bearded. I don't want him in a black suit. I don't want none of that shit. I want Big Blue to be blue and red and yellow and coming in, kicking ass, taking names, fucking high-fiving Wonder Woman, giving an exploding fist bump to Aquaman and pushing Batman out the way. That's what I want.
I'm fine with that, by the way.
That would work. And I don't even like Superman.
But
if that happens, like, and with the music, I guess
you can't. You're right. Like, you can't help but to get pumped off of that.
Yeah.
Like, if he come, like, the thing is, of all of the part, like, the team coming together, there are two major parts of this movie that have to be nailed 100% correct. The initial team coming together, like, yeah, they're going to have their conflict or whatever, but that initial moment where they, like, finally come together, like, all right, we're a team to take on these parademons or whatever, that moment has to be great. That's the fucking 360 shot with the Avengers. That moment has to be fucking nailed perfectly. The other part has to be when Superman comes back. Those two scenes, everything else can be fine. Those two scenes have to be the moment that people will go, hey, that clip's on the internet. I got to watch that again. It has to be done right.
It has to be. And then and he has to come back in the third act.
Yes.
And you got to have him, like, standing, like, on the mountain, right? Like, it doesn't have to be the 360 shot because that was done and people are going to copy, like, you're copying Marvel. Like,
no one's ever done a 360 shot. Like, when Michael Bay did it in Bad Boys 2, like 1,000 years.
25 years
2,
ago.
and every other fucking movie. This shit just got real shot. Yeah. Right? Like,
where was Martin Lawrence, by the way? Like, why he was just like
because he just got saved by that's the part where he got saved by Will Smith. He almost got hit by a car, right?
Yeah.
And he saved him, he threw him, he jumped out the way of the car, and they got up, and it was a 360 shot. And I was like, this movie's awesome.
Right. Because that's all
fucking movie.
Shit just got real.
That was the second one.
Oh.
You're mixing your fucking movies up.
Mixing them up. Look, same shot.
Was that bad? Yeah, Bad Boys 2.
Same fucking shot.
Same exact shot because they took his sister.
Right.
And like, this shit just got real. Who eats butt? But look. They should have never showed me that clip.
With jelly or syrup? I prefer syrup.
I wonder how many people remember that. That particular. That's not even a deep cut necessarily.
Not necessarily. If you black, that's not a deep cut.
Yeah.
White people are like, what? Why is he asking people eat jelly or syrup? Eating ass? What? What is this? Oh, that was a Chris Rock bit. Who's Chris Rock? Shut the fuck up, millennial. Who the fuck is Chris Rock? Get out of here.
Yeah, so, thank you. I would get hype if that happened.
I
would, because, again, I like Man of Steel.
Yeah.
I do. I really like that movie. I thought it was a very good movie.
So one of the things I was just not here, so hopefully you didn't say this. One of the things I think that people
We're talking about ass eating.
Oh, you got to that.
Because there's Bad Boys too. Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I understood the through line of the logic there.
It's like, wait a minute.
What?
How did we?
Superman eating Wonder Woman's ass? What? What are you talking about?
That is the wrong movie.
Like,
That'll be in the Axel
an
Braun.
Axel Braun movie. Right? He's like, wait a minute, I have an idea, guys. Like,
The Just Ass League.
yeah. Oh, come on. I'd watch that movie. Guys. So anyway, no, what I was gonna say is in Batman versus Superman, one of these small moments that was actually really cool. Like you can go watch the scene online because I didn't truly notice it until I'd seen it a second time. When they're fighting, like that moment where Wonder Woman shows up, right, where Batman's almost about to get killed by Doomsday, and she shows up with a shield, and it's like, oh, fucking Wonder Woman reveal. When they are fighting him. Like that was I believe that was just after they hit Superman with a nuke in space. Remember that? It was fucking crazy. Well, when he comes, like he's like laying out in space and he's like looks dead or whatever, and then the sun hits him and he gets normal again. That scene after she saves Batman, you see a moment where Superman comes out of space. And back into that scene, he literally does a sonic boom from space and comes back, and you can just like see it like burst in the clouds, and him come down and fucking punches the shit out of Doomsday. More of that. Like it is a cool fucking scene because like they're fighting, and you just hear this like basically like this lightning crack. It's like boom, and then he just fucking comes out of nowhere, and it's pretty awesome. Like the problem is that scene is so fucking dark. Like you don't get to see.
Yeah.
Like the best fight sequence that Superman was in Smallville. In Man of Steel. That fucking sequence was awesome.
When he was wrecking that Sears and that IHOP and that 7-Eleven or whatever fucking
that shit was fucking awesome because it was during the day.
Yeah.
And he was fighting people that were just as strong as him.
Yeah.
And they were beating the shit out of him.
They were wearing his ass out. That one scene where he was like trying to fly when he grabbed him by his cape, like,
and just flung him around. That shit was awesome. And even the last sequence when they just basically destroyed Metropolis.
It looked like
they destroyed
18
Metropolis.
9/11s. Oh my God.
They completely destroyed Metropolis. But that shit was awesome.
Yeah. And then everyone got really sensitive.
And they got sad because they destroyed Metropolis, which is not a real city, but whatever. Okay. That's fine.
Millennials get on my goddamn nerves. Grow up.
So then they had
Stop
to
emailing me, you
specifically say, hey, we've cleared this city out.
Yeah, it seems so lame, dude.
Batman versus Superman.
Hey,
right,
they're just
here.
They're going to the part where there's no people. Oh, that seems weird. Yeah, it's totally weird. Let's go fight over. What?
We've evacuated the city an hour ago.
Wow, thanks, Batman. What a weird line of dialogue to say.
Right, yeah, in Suicide Squad. Then we evacuated the entire city. Really, the entire city. That's amazing. Wow, that's dumb. Shut up. Like, yeah, because they ruined just a normal thing in movies. Like, now you can't have violence with people dying. Why? Well, because people die in real life. They've always died in real life. Like, that's always been a true story.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about. By the way, I can't wait to go see Geostorm. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's real weather.
Yeah, so they gotta nail that. But 2 hours and 1 minute. Mike and I are seeing it in 2 weeks. So
Yep.
we will have our review. Next up, Suicide Squad 2 begins filming in March. Michael, do you want to see that as a screener? Or,
no, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. You know what? I can sit down and fold my arms at my own house. I don't need to.
What will get you to come see this movie in theaters? If the reviews are really good?
No, they won't be. Like it's hard for me to imagine that because there was no like redeeming qualities in the first one.
What if they bring Joel Kinnaman back to announce each villain?
You know what? I would like to see a clip of that. I would like to see a clip of Joel Kinnaman reading the baseball card stat sheet for every fucking person. Joker's Katana. Here's the Joker. No one knows who he is. He's really crazy.
He's so bad in that role. which is fucking funny because he's good on House of Cards. He's not a bad actor.
Right. He just, I don't know.
He wasn't given a lot.
He sure wasn't.
He probably just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he probably did.
He like read the script and like, what are we doing?
Cool.
Fine, I'll just put on my best John Wayne.
This here's Croc,
Mr. Cogburn,
the human crocodile. He can swim and likes BET.
He's a nigga. Wait, don't say that. It's in the script. Sorry. So it starts filming in March.
Is it the entire cast coming back? Well, except for the Native American, they blew his head off, which was
they.
The fire dude died too.
You mean
right,
Slipknot,
Diablo.
the man who can climb anything.
Like Trump's wall. Slipknot is the hero that we need right now. Not the one we deserve, but he is the one we need right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. The El Diablo. Why?
El Diablo died. This is just from the first one. Oh. So I have to imagine they'll probably bring back Croc, Boomer Kawanger, Harley, the Joker. Well, I don't know if the Joker will be in it, but they should do Assault on Arkham. That should be the story they do. That was actually a pretty good story.
I felt like that story tried too hard.
Why?
Because the way it felt like it wasn't like a hard PG-13 or an R.
I think it's like PG-16 or something. Yeah.
I felt like, I don't know, for some reason I felt like that story tried too hard from what I can remember of it.
Wasn't that was one where they had to go back to Arkham and Batman was also there, and wasn't some nigga in there too? No, who was the black dude? Black Spider. He was part of the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't in this.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah, they got to introduce a new character, maybe two.
Well,
Killer Frost was in there as well.
Was she?
Wasn't she?
Honestly,
yeah, her and Croc or something. Like her and the big
because they paired. Yeah, because they paired people off. Yeah. Fuck the shark dude was in it.
Yeah,
King Shark.
Yeah, King Shark was.
He was originally supposed to be in Suicide Squad 1.
Huh?
But they pulled him for some reason.
They couldn't get the makeup right, so they got this makeup right for this dude. All right, I don't know.
I have to tell you, I'm not excited about it.
I don't need to see it. I'm good.
I mean, I didn't necessarily hate the movie, but I don't need to see a second one.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah. So let's see, who was Deadshot, Harley Quinn,
Floyd.
King Shark, Killer Frost was in it, Black Spider.
KG Beast. They can bring in
KG
Beast. He got his head blown off in the beginning, though.
Of that show. I'm talking about for the sequel.
In the movie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can bring the KG Beast.
He's like one of the few villains who ever fought Batman to a standstill.
Huh.
In the comics. Next up, demand-based movie ticket prices. So this is exactly what it sounds like. The idea is you will pay more if the movie is more popular, and you will pay less if it is less popular. So, all things being relative, you would pay more per ticket for Black Panther and less per ticket for Geostorm. I do not care for this idea at all.
I don't like this. I already pay $18 for a ticket if I'm doing it better than you seats. I'm not paying any more than that.
$38. Oh, y'all Negroes like Black Panther? Well, guess what? Those tickets are $48.
$47. Like,
and they would implement that shit right in February.
Yo, 100%.
Black History Month.
Fucking black dollars.
Yeah. So
this is what I'm talking about when I say the movie industry is fucking itself over.
Yeah, no, that's why I said I think you're right. I think it's coming up.
Would you? Okay, Black Panther. Say the tickets were like $30. Would you go to see it in the movie theater?
By my damn self.
I mean, that's not.
Whoever's coming with me is paying their own goddamn tickets.
Nah, dog.
Fuck that.
Right.
My wife and I have fun money. I'll be like
we got to dip into
15. I'm about to pay $15 for Suburbicon tickets. That's how much movies.
Sure, you want to do that?
Really?
It's rocking a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. Apparently, it's terrible.
Come on, yo, you got to stop doing this shit.
I'm trying to help you. You didn't buy your ticket yet, did you? Talk her out of it.
Yo,
There's got to be something else.
It's written by the Coens, though. I like
It's
the
directed
Coens.
by
is
George
that your
Clooney, though.
choice or her choice?
It was mine because it was written by the Coens, and she was like, "Oh, okay, whatever. I like Matt Damon." Like, yeah, I know you fucking like Matt Damon.
Yes.
But he-
Suburbicon.
I know. She likes Matt Damon, but didn't he? protect it?
102 reviews, 29%. It just dropped 1% by the time I refreshed.
Yeah,
it.
I was. I was looking at it earlier.
It
It
says
was at a 30%.
It says 30 right there. You click on it, it's like 29. No, don't worry about it. Don't even come.
I'll tell you
But
what.
that's an aggregate.
I would let her buy those tickets. How
Average
about that?
average rating, 4.8 out of 10.
I would let her buy
Jesus.
those tickets.
He said, you ain't shit. You're not even going to be like, nah, it's not good. You just be like, no, you buy.
Nah, she can buy.
Yeah, she
She can buy. She make way more money than me.
She can
She
afford
make
to
like twice as much money as I do.
Why don't you guys go see Only the Brave? That's got a really good score.
God, fuck off.
Why? That's
Which one
No,
is that? That's
I'm not
the
watching
fireman.
firefighter one?
I'm not watching that jingoistic fucking.
No, this is the one where they're like saving people in fires.
Oh.
It's still
Not the fucking Chris
Thank you for
Hemsworth
your
one.
service.
Or no, not yet. Thank you for your service. Yeah.
Oh.
Or
Well,
why don't you go see Jigsaw? It's got a higher
I
score.
would love to go see Jigsaw.
It's got a higher score than Suburbicon.
Yo, Jigsaw.
It only has 5 reviews.
Come on, yo. Come
Yo,
on,
it might
yo.
still have high.
Where are those
scores.
reviews from? Bloody disgusting.
Yeah, they love horror movies.
Yeah, come on, yo.
Empire Magazine gave it a positive score. Den of Geek gave it a positive score.
All right, look, I ain't shitting on any specific outlet, but I'm gonna need a bunch of more. I'm gonna need a lot more reviews before I.
It's got a 40%. That's not that great.
I do want to see it though. I'll probably end up seeing it by myself.
Your wife is not going to see a horror movie, right?
She doesn't like. She likes like violence with like bullets. She doesn't like torture. She doesn't like beatings.
Yeah, Saw is not the movie for you.
Right.
No, they like putting people's heads in buckets and cutting them off or some stupid shit.
Yeah, that's what I like. Fucking put your hand in this acid to come get this key to unlock yourself, or you'll die.
Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you have problems. Like, I don't.
Fucking dig this key out of this man's intestines before the time runs out. Oh yeah, the guy's alive. Like, wait, what the fuck? There was one, my favorite trap. They trapped this woman. And
He's such a psychopath.
they trapped this woman.
Yeah, go ahead, lunatic.
And like a saw blade guillotine was coming down,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Jigsaw and 2 guys were like strapped to this, they were like across, just like
Yeah.
you and I are, and the woman's on the table, and they had to use their hands were trapped or something like that, right? And when you play the tape, you find out that the girl was in a relationship with one, but cheating on the other. And cheating on him, and she dicked the other guy over, and they were like, "Bro, we got to get her out." Wait a
Was
minute,
that the one where it was that like 7, whichever?
it was like I think it was like
3D.
I think it was like I think it was 7 or something.
Weren't
Like
they like a storefront where people could see it?
yeah, people were like,
Yeah.
and,
Come on,
I remember that.
and they were like, "Wait a minute, bro, she did me wrong, and she did you wrong. I ain't trying to die. I ain't trying to die either, bro. Well, fuck this bitch, bro." And they just let her die. Don't betray an engineer. Jigsaw was an engineer. Don't fucking do it, yo. Don't fucking do it.
I had a long conversation with someone once who told me about the merits of the Jigsaw movies or the Saw movies because he was a engineer. This is not Micah, by the way. He was an engineer, and he found that those movies to be fascinating from an engineer's perspective. I was like, "You're an idiot." Like, shut up, dude. They strapped a guy to the bottom of a barrel and dropped dead, sawed in half pigs on him. This is not an engineering marvel. Okay? No, I'm sorry. Or strapped a bunch of grenades around a person's neck and was like, surprise! Boom. Like,
Two men, Brian and Ryan, Brad and Ryan, wake up in a Metropolitan storefront bound at the wrist to opposite sides of a workbench table with a circular saw hanging above them. Their mutual lover, Dina, is suspended above a third saw. As the scene draws attention and police arrive, a puppet informs the men that they can either kill each other or let Dana die.
Why the fuck would we kill each other?
Like you can kill. I could kill you, and me and Dana live. You could kill me, and you and Dana live.
Oh, fuck that.
Or we could just let Dana die. Nigga, I ain't dying.
And do they know what they know what she did, right?
Yeah, that's why they were like, you know what?
Nah.
Initially, they fight each other, during which Brad is cut. But ultimately,
nigga, that shit hurt.
Right. Ultimately, they were like, they literally said bros before hoes and
Did
not
they
fucking
really?
doing this shit.
Please tell me they actually had
Oh,
that
I can't remember if they did. I like to think they did.
Yo, because that's just good writing. That's just good writing.
I would never do that in real life. I respect women and I love them and cherish them and all that good stuff. But
Depends on who you are.
Wait, so you would what?
well, in real life, I respect women. Yeah, if I was in the situation.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
If I was. Shit.
Yeah, let's say you wake up and you're strapped to the opposite end of this table. I'm on this end, you're on that end, and in the middle is that apple-headed bitch that you
guess what? It's time to have some candied apples. Get the hell out of here. Yeah. No, sorry, no, not doing it.
That's so fucking funny. You can let her die. Okay, that seems about right. That seems totally fun.
Saw 7.
Yep, Saw 3D.
Jesus Christ.
So is this a reboot of the Saw franchise, or is that a new?
This is someone is doing this 10
continue?
years later, or 20 years later, something like that.
Is it him? Is he still alive?
He was dead in Saw 3. Like, he died in Saw 3.
I feel like he's got a twin.
And then they were like, oh, well, he's got apprentices. Yeah, that's it. Apprentices.
Why do they keep doing this? What is wrong with these?
They're just fucked up.
Yeah, like stop trying to blame it on Jigsaw. I think it's been dead for 48 years. Oh, I murdered somebody because George Washington told me. Like, no, dude, he died in 1700s. Get out of here. You can't keep blaming it on him. It's your problem. Ticket prices though. Like, no, I don't like this idea.
I'm not paying more than $18 for a fucking ticket.
But
then again, in New York, they pay.
I would pay $20. That's it. $20 for a movie ticket.
But okay, but here's the problem, right? Like the implication of this issue. You implement that automatically makes going to see big budget movies more of a problem, right? Because the prices are going to be higher. So people are going to shy away from that, causing those movies to ultimately lose money. Right? They're still going to be popular because they're popular movies, but they're going to lose money ultimately. And then small indie movies might actually do well because more people will see them. But if that happens, then those movies will inherently do better. And then, like, it's a weird.
Oh, I thought you were going the other way. Like people would pay to see, let's just say, the Marvel movies, no matter what.
Oh,
and
they
it
will.
would, and it would eliminate smaller independent. Like we would get those movies all year round. Like the little movie wouldn't stand a chance because the average person is not going to see some indie darling, be it, lack of marketing or like, the Transformers.
Right, exactly.
So
I ain't trying to watch no tennis movie, yo.
Right. Battle of the Sexes. What?
They ain't fucking enough.
Right.
I mean, it's a good question.
She's a lesbo. What? Wait, what? Nah.
I don't know. I don't know what the I don't know what the what that would do. Like I feel like it would throw the movie industry into chaos.
Yeah.
And I also don't think it's fair to make somebody pay more just because it's a movie that other people like a lot. Like that's not fair. Like what the fuck? Yeah, I like the Marvel movies, but why the fuck should I pay just because you two like it?
Right.
Why the fuck I gotta pay extra?
If they're gonna do
hey, we all like it. Okay.
Are they going to decrease the price of all the fucking food you buy?
Shit, that might go up.
Oh, that will go up.
Right. Fuck that. And I'm just not going to the movies.
Again, thanks Netflix for putting out 80 movies. Even if 70 of them are mediocre, at least I'm not paying these prices. But that's where Netflix is really going to make impact, right? And then you're going to start to have issues if it starts to really affect money, like for these big budget movies, like. The second a Marvel movie was supposed to make $800 million and only make $600 million because of the movie ticket prices, they're going to be fucking pissed. And then what happens? Like, they're going to be screwed. They're going to what? You're going to fight it out with the like the Theater Owners Association. Like you're going to go to streaming. Like what do you do? Like that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, this is a stupid idea.
Yeah, it's really dumb, and it's actually very short-sighted from the movie industry. It's very short-sighted.
Yeah,
Here's an idea. Why don't you reduce your ticket prices or reduce your food prices? You'd immediately have more people come to the theater.
Well, they don't have it's twofold, right? Like theaters don't make money off of ticket sales.
No, they make it on the food.
They make it all on food.
Yeah.
And so who dictates the ticket prices, right? Like the industry does, not the theaters, right?
I don't know that that's true. I thought the ticket prices were handled by the.
I thought it was basically based off of like kind of like cost of living almost. You know how much a ticket costs in New York compared to a ticket in
like 23, 25
Georgia?
Yeah, but
There
is that
really
like
is a big difference?
Is that like an independent? Is that like each theater's decision to do that? Or is that like the MSRP handed down to the, like when you go to GameStop doesn't set the price of, I mean, they can, but they don't set the price of a new game. It's $59.99.
Yeah, it's $59.99.
Right. Because they pay a certain amount for it. So does the
I'm trying to look it up, by the way.
theater industry follow the same
I don't think they
model?
do because you have like the cheap theaters where you go see a movie for like $5. Well,
yeah, but usually those are like movies that are damn near already out on DVD or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You can see the new movie Twister comes out.
Like somebody just bought a $20 DVD.
Just
trying to make money on it.
If it worked that way,
that's a
then
genius idea.
across the country, then they would be $18 a ticket for like a Cinemark or something like that.
Yeah.
Instead of like you can go to a movie in Georgia or in Atlanta, that ticket's like $8 at night. I'm not talking about like matinee prices.
Yeah. I
There's
believe
certain places that you can buy like $8 to $10.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Does it come with a house?
Probably. But then in New York,
houses.
it's like $21 for a fucking ticket.
Yeah.
Like fuck that. I will never go to a movie theater in New York.
I went to a movie theater in New York once, and they were like, "Yeah, the ticket was like $21." I was like,
Like, I'm sorry, what am I going to see? I don't think so.
For
what?
like nigga, for how? Like
So, yeah, I
21,
think they
and that
set
was
their
like
own prices.
that was like 8 years ago.
I'm sorry, I think you have this in euros.
Yeah, like, if you could just help me out here.
So I think the theaters set their own prices.
It says this article from the Atlantic. This is a number of years ago, but it does say that the theaters do
Do
set
they have like guidelines as to, or do they? Oh,
I think it's kind of like they all try to stay within. It's kind of like gas stations.
Yeah,
like if you want to think of it
within a
that
certain
way,
amount.
they all set their own prices, but they set it based on
Yeah.
what the other gas station across the street does. So they're not too far out or too far up or down. So, but yeah, if one and look, in this area we have these theaters that have like redone their seats and stuff like that. Like when we were at the Snowman screener, the one guy was saying that the theater was redoing it. They lost 50% of their chairs, but they're all the like nice reclining chairs. So they're going to probably raise the price.
Yeah, because they raised the price for White Marsh.
Yeah. So they're going to raise the price, but it's going to be more of a movie going experience. But my thing is, all you're kind of doing is you're mirroring the home experience.
Yeah,
That, like,
sitting in a
ultimately-
recliner.
Yeah, I'm like,
Sitting in a recliner at home.
Right.
Or gonna laying on my fucking bed.
like eat that, motherfucker. I'll just lay down. So yeah, it's hard to argue. Is it worth it? Is it worth spending the more money? I don't know, but I know I'm not paying $40 to go see a Marvel movie. I'm not.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and look, people will revolt. Like they will. It's like, no, fuck that. I'm not
going to pay more than it costs to own it in 3 months.
Right, exactly. Like, look, I really want to see Black Panther. I could be an obstinate son of a bitch and just be like, no.
Right.
Oh, Black Panther tickets are $40.
Yeah, no, fuck
No.
you. As much as I want to see that movie, I would wait.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
would absolutely wait. For 40
And you know
bucks.
what? If for $40, I'm stealing it. How about that? I'm stealing it.
Right, because that's another problem that you're going to run into, man.
People are just going to straight steal the shit.
People
then.
are going, you'll see a pirating like you've never seen before.
Yo, look, movie industry. you want to fix the amount of money that you spend and the amount of money you make. Be more discerning about movies that you make, right? Because apparently Geostorm, I took it off the docket, but Geostorm is going to lose $100 million.
And that shit was done like 2 years ago.
Right. So they already knew it was shit, and they still released it.
Because they're like, wow, we paid a lot of money. We got to try and recoup something.
They should have ate that money. They should have ate it because now they lost money.
Wasn't it like $100 million?
It was like 130 or something.
$130 million. Oh, Jesus. And they're going to lose $100 million on it.
That's ridiculous.
That's insane. Right? Because that doesn't count marketing and stuff, right? So they actually spend money to get a Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Why do they keep putting him in movies?
I don't know.
We're going to talk about his other movie in a minute. But yeah, they're going to lose $100 million on that movie. So be more discerning about what you put out. And look, you got to get the concession prices under control, dude. Like you have to. And I get it. That's where they make their money, but you have to. Like you have to figure out a way to either lower the ticket prices to get more people in the door, or lower the concession prices and leave the ticket prices so that the overall cost isn't so astronomical when people bring, their family.
I don't know why the concession area is still there. One, the food is garbage.
It really is.
It is terrible.
If I get anything, it's just popcorn.
And
I
that's
like
movie theater
a fucking. And then sometimes I don't get that.
Right, because movie theater popcorn tastes like garbage. It tastes like butt. From what I'm told from Gabrielle Union. She prefers butter, not jelly, not syrup. Butter.
Okay.
It's because it's got butt in the name. We love you, Gabrielle Union, but your spinoff show sounds stupid. I don't know. Like there needs to be a balance. And right now, over the last decade or so, or probably over the last 20 years, everything has just been trending up, and nothing has ever like trended back down like a little bit.
Like,
it's just,
come on, dog. I like going to the movies, but I hate that shit.
It's too expensive.
Because I spend no less than $50 fucking bucks. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, that's why people are like, do you see that movie? I was like, did we get a screener for it? No. Look, we're very lucky that we get to see as much as we do for free. I have to I should probably go back and just calculate out how many movies we've seen for free. I mean, it's worth hundreds, thousands of dollars at this point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So it's like, we're very lucky in that regard. But like, I see like review sites, and I'm like, I know they don't get screeners. I'm like, you see like 2-3 movies a week. Yo, where do you live? Are you stealing them? I hope you're stealing them. Like, I don't know how the fuck you can afford it. It's crazy. And then you're seeing like garbage movies too. Like, oh, here's my review for Geostorm. I was like, we're not reviewing that if it's not a screener for it.
Yeah,
like,
no.
We had to review Snowman. We didn't pay for that. Trust me.
I didn't.
We got a free email. Come on down and watch this shitty ass movie. So make sure you sign up for premium content, nerdpocalypse.com/premium. You can sign up just like Lisa, Natasha, Quarter, CL, Elliot, and G did this week. It's $5 a month, $50 for the full year. nerdpocalypse.com/premium. You get all the premium shows. There's a new No Time to Bleed coming next week. There's a new Men with the Golden Tongues. You guys are doing Casino Royale.
Yeah, Casino Royale. And so we're heading down the home stretch. And we have some plans for afterwards. Brad is very, very excited.
Oh boy.
And they will incorporate you people in our plans.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. What the fuck brought to you by JTD, Micah?
Before you open my story,
oh boy,
let's do a guessing game. I have here a list of the rattiest cities according to Orkin, the extermination company.
Yeah,
I already opened it, but I don't know if the.
Don't scroll down. Then, did you scroll down
a little bit?
Did you see any of the cities? You know who number one is.
Yeah, I know who number one is. Yeah.
Right. Let's go from 10 to 1.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know 10 cities.
10 is a city in Texas.
Dallas.
Houston.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Ugh.
9 is a city in Washington.
Seattle.
Seattle, Tacoma.
Yeah.
8 is a city in Maryland.
Oh,
Baltimore.
Christ.
We're number 8, guys.
I thought we were gonna be higher on that list.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you.
too.
Quite frankly, I am pleased with coming in at number 7 is a city in Michigan.
Detroit.
Obviously, RoboCop needs to be shooting them fucking rodents along with those rapists. Number 6 is a really filthy city.
Philadelphia.
Number 5 is your nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
I thought that was higher. I really did. I thought that was in the top 3.
This one is surprising to me. Number 4 is a city in California.
San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Francisco, Oakland.
No, I believe that. They have more restaurants. I think.
Shut down because of rats?
No,
Is that what you're about to say?
God, I hope not.
Yeah.
No. Like, San Francisco has so many restaurants that you can't eat. If you ate at a new restaurant 3 times a day, you couldn't eat at all the restaurants in a year before, like, there are new ones. Like, that's how fast the turnaround
Don't they have one where you can eat with rats? Or was that some other place?
That sounds like some hippie California
is.
shit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
No, no one should.
No.
But
Like, I would freak out.
Didn't
Like,
we
if
have
I came into a restaurant and I did not know, and they were like, "Oh, it's Korean food," and they were like, "Here's your fucking rat companion," I'd be like, "I'm gonna bash that thing over the head with a bat." Like, no, it's gotta go. Rats, no, dude, no. I cannot express that enough. Rats are disgusting.
Yeah.
San Francisco's new tourist attraction, Rat Cafe with real rodents. Yep, I was right.
Nope.
We did that. I feel
Yeah,
like
we did
that
it.
story.
Yeah.
It was. San
That's some
Francisco.
Yakubian nonsense. No,
Number 3 is Los Angeles.
that's
Damn,
not
2
surprising.
cities in California. Well,
and-
California is half the goddamn country. So
And number 2 is good old New York.
yeah, well,
I mean, that's to be expected. Quite frankly, I'm shocked
That's
Yeah,
not
I'm
the
kinda
that
list.
shocked.
Chicago has dethroned New York
Yeah.
as the rattiest
I mean, there's
city. in
8
the world.
million people who live in New York.
Right.
There's like
So-
people on top of people in New York. New York is not big.
It's very small.
Number 50 is Green Bay.
50.
Probably too goddamn cold. That's like,
Yeah.
fuck this.
Head out to fucking Chicago. LA.
No Florida. They got their own problem.
Yeah,
They got fucking
they're
alligators
number
and
one on
shit.
on gators and fucking
All kinds of weird ass
geckos and all that shit.
We're number 8, guys.
That's not bad. We're doing all right.
We're doing pretty good. Look, as long as we beat Philadelphia, I am A-okay.
Or not beat Philadelphia.
Yeah, as long as we have less rodents than Philadelphia,
Philadelphia.
I'm all right.
All right, Terrence, you're up.
Let me open my story up. Hold on 1 second. My story. Okay. A vigilante shoots self dead while testing a new charm.
Wait.
Guess where this takes place.
Yes.
A man has killed himself in Katsina State after
Where's that?
his charm. I think it's somewhere in Africa.
It definitely is.
After his charm meant to protect him from gunshots failed to work. According to Daily Trust, a show of bravery turned awry as a member of Isan Gona vigilante group. So it's a group of vigilantes. Okay. Amadou Maikari in God damn, these fucking words. Katsina State shot himself dead while testing the charm. So he's like, yo, I got this charm from the charm store. It's supposed to protect me from bullets. Go ahead and
dummy.
go ahead and shoot me in the chest. I'm dead. I don't get
He should, he fucked up because he didn't drink Valvoline this Sunday at his
Sprayed
church.
with fucking roach spray.
You're fine.
God damn.
Drink a cup of Valvoline and spray yourself in the house with some roach spray and
Yeah.
have this charm and you'll be bulletproof. You're fine.
Again, we named this episode a number of weeks ago. But I really need Africa to do better. Like, I really do, man. Yeah, you guys are not helping us, man.
Yeah, he shot himself.
Not like we don't do a lot of dumb shit over here.
Jesus Christ. The late Makari, who was in the middle of the gathering to display his prowess, wrapped himself up in the charms, did incantations, picked a Dane gun, and fired on himself. He died instantly. He shoot himself in the head.
Like, nothing can happen to me, and I'll prove it. Bam.
It's like, oh, well. Don't
Like, he didn't even shoot
in
himself in the charm?
No,
Like, I would at least shoot myself.
Like he wrapped himself
like,
in several charms.
No. You're thinking like a charm, like as on like a bracelet. No, he means like a charm, like incantation,
Like a spell?
Yeah.
Oh
No. He wrapped himself up. He wrapped himself up in the charms, which I guess I don't know if they were like necklaces or a blanket or some shit. And he did incantations to make them work.
So they were physical charms.
He needed to get the incantations out so they would work.
I love how you're
get that glow,
okay. So yeah,
then he put a bullet in his head and killed himself because it didn't work. Good job, sir.
I mean, never has there been a person who's deserved to die more, right? Like,
Look.
yeah, like okay, like I don't feel bad for this guy.
I don't either. Members of the vigilante group fled after the incident.
Oh shit!
Like it did work.
Yo, that's
the
funny.
man who jumped into the lagoon in Lagos has been found. Wait, meanwhile, the body of what? Is this a different fucking story?
It's a different story.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on like Boko Haram now.
No, but it's in the same fucking story.
Yeah, it is.
That's
What site is this?
Nige.com.
Nigeria. All right. Well,
Nah, this is like weird African news. Yo, that is hilarious.
Oh, and meanwhile, the body of Oluseye Adukun, whatever African name, the man who jumped into the lagoon in Lagos has been found. So some dude jumped into a lagoon, and he killed himself as well.
Ugh. Jesus Christ!
Yo, what is happening?
Africa.
Yo,
Do better.
they wilding. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Niggas shooting themselves because they
Drinking roach
think
spray.
fucking trinkets can keep bullets from piercing their skin. That's fine.
wow.
My story. Model makes 55,000 pounds a year by posting bizarre pictures of her feet to thousands on Instagram. That's it. We can just move on. I don't.
This is
Her feet are ugly.
You don't like.
I don't like feet, but her feet are ugly anyway.
This woman's feet
Are fucking big.
That's probably why where's she from?
I don't know.
This is mirrors.
Ontario. The Ontario resident admits she was shocked by some of the strange requests, but now relies on it to make a living.
55,000 pounds, which is like $100,000 a year.
Something like that. What is that
It's
in?
probably like 80,000.
What is that in Canadian Monopoly money?
I don't know. It's a couple buckets of poutine, I guess.
CMM. She said, "Never did I think for an instant that anyone would be interested in my feet.
Why'd you post them, you freak?
I began to realize, spelled with an S, that many were willing to pay for the honor, spelled with a U."
Anua. It's $72,000.
I could quit my job right now. Just post my ugly feet on Instagram.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, I don't think that would really work.
I don't.
It's 92,000 Canadian dollars.
No, this chick is balling, yo. She's fucking balling. She has 10,000 Instagram followers.
People like feet.
Yeah.
I
Idris
never
Elba
understood
is
that,
a
man.
#1 follower of hers. Retweeting, reposting and shit. This is weird. Like, feet are weird, guys. They're gross.
I don't think they're weird or gross. I just don't understand wanting to fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't need that.
I don't get it.
But
She's
hey,
got like charms on her feet. All right, yo, you're doing too much.
well, you gotta glam it up. You know what I mean?
Accessorize.
You gotta accessorize. You get tired of looking at just butt ass naked feet. You know what I mean? You gotta
That's not a term you should use ever.
butt ass naked feet.
I don't care for that.
She is now inundated with messages from foot boys. Is that what they call them?
Yo,
No.
foot boys. Spell with an I.
With a U. The very first comment is from English in Toronto. Quote, "Feet are disgusting. If you have a foot fetish, you are certified in my job."
Was that you? Did you just write that, Jay?
It might as well be me.
Second one was nice feet.
This guy, UK Truth, report something worthwhile for Christ's sake. Is the world such a boring place? Isn't there enough going on we should know about other than this piece of rubbish? Why does the press insist on trying to cover up real news by turning the stories onto the public when the governments are getting away with ruining the country? Whenever I see this type of reporting, I ask myself, what is being covered up today?
God damn. He seems angry.
Yo, that dude is fucking amped. Oh, man. Or woman, I don't know. Oh, they wrote something else, too. All this is doing is promoting foot fetishes by trying to get more Instagram followers for this person. I am sure the people with foot fetishes know exactly where they can go for their dose of feet without press promoting it. Simply sad reporting. Oh, UK Truth is a great fucking poster, man.
Oh, shit.
That's hilarious. Every time I think about this, I think about what
What else do they know? What are they hiding?
What are they hiding? Like, dude, just calm down. Yeah, one, you're on this article. You could just not click on it. It's like, I've got something to say about this. Twice.
Oh, shit.
I don't like that. That's gross.
You wouldn't, what about your lovely wife's feet?
They're fine.
They're fine. Nothing.
Not turned on by them at all. Don't put them on me. Don't put your feet on me. And when you come in from a long day, no.
You don't give a foot massage?
Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of my face. No, get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not.
God damn.
No.
Wow.
No. 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 No.
Oh, man.
Damn.
No, I couldn't breathe it.
It was like hard stop. Like, absolutely, fuck you. I'll kill you. Don't do that.
Like, no, dude. No.
Oh,
Shit.
man.
No.
Really don't like feet.
That shit was funny.
I know. I don't.
That is a man of conviction right there.
I don't like it. No, sir, I do not like it. Trailers this week. The second trailer is the full trailer for Bright. That's coming out in December, starring Will Smith and Joel Edgerton. Yeah, I actually thought this trailer was pretty good.
I'll watch it. It's on Netflix. Whatever. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's probably easy watch.
Doesn't look terrible.
One of you two have to tell me if it's worth watching. And I mean,
Netflix. Nigga,
I mean, no. And I mean, like, not a Saturday folding laundry. Like, no, like this shit has to be good for me to watch it, because I'm not terribly impressed with what I've seen.
I feel like Will Smith is trying to make Bad Boys 3 with aliens or whatever.
I think it's not working.
No,
I don't think it's working. I don't think that this is his type of movie. I don't think Will Smith is a strong enough actor to go outside of being the cool guy.
Yeah, he's not the cool guy in this one.
Right. Like, he's not.
He's the straight-laced cop, actually.
He's the straight-laced cop who's getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not, and I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks fun. It's certainly an interesting thing for David Ayer to do, because he loves cop movies. Like, that's like End of Watch.
Put aliens and shit in it.
Yeah, and yeah, he basically just took orcs and made them black people in this. So it is kind of an interesting thing, but yeah, I'll check it out. We'll see. I'm sure we'll review it. I'll make sure both of us are, two people have seen the movie, in case, somebody with a little dick has a problem with it. Anyway, Den of Thieves.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I know something.
No.
This looks like a straight to DVD rapper
looks like one
action
of the
film.
80 fucking films that Netflix was going to put out. I know,
They
no
didn't.
thanks.
They
And they
Netflix
didn't.
was like, we're not buying this.
I don't want this.
Yo, this shit looks like garbage.
It does. Should we do this one for No Time to Bleed?
No.
Why? We did Cradle to the Grave.
Yeah, we did do Cradle to the Grave.
I think Cradle to the Grave.
Some reshoots.
It could be great.
I think Cradle to the Grave was more fun than what this looks like. This looks like it takes itself way too seriously.
Oh, yeah, Cradle to the Grave does not.
Right. And this is...
They had a rocket launcher to rob a bank.
It's fucking garbage, yo. The headliners are Gerard Butler and 50 Cent.
And Ice Cube's son. Mini Cube.
Exactly. Ice Cube's son. You don't even remember, you can't remember his name off the top. I know you know his name.
Yeah, I do.
Can't remember it off the top of your head.
It's like O'Shea Jackson Jr. Is that it?
Yeah.
He just
Isn't O'Shea Jackson Ice Cube's name, right?
Yeah.
He just named him himself.
Nah, yo. This doesn't look good at all.
Who else is in there? What's Lee Shriver's brother? The tall motherfucker. Pablo Shriver.
Yeah, Pablo Shriver. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, he's got a weirdly Spanish name.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's Porn Stash from Orange is the New Black.
Oh, that's him?
He was in.
Yeah, he's fucking jacked in this movie. He's like fucking huge.
I didn't recognize him at all.
Yeah,
he's like 6'5".
Yeah, he's a big fucking dude.
He was also in
The Wire.
American
Gods. Yeah, he was Mad Sweeney.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yo, I didn't recognize him at all. No, this movie looks terrible. It looks like a broke ass Street Kings.
Did 50 Cent write this? And or direct it?
I think a German dude directed this. What is? I'll look for it, but it doesn't.
The German dude's probably racist too. That's why I put a bunch of terrible black actors in to make black people look bad. Shit ain't right. Yeah, no, I will not see
That
this.
just doesn't look good.
No, I will not see this movie.
Christian Gudegast.
Oh, right.
That guy.
He directed some
He wrote London Has Fallen.
Oh, he
Right.
wrote it.
Wrote London Has Fallen.
That was a really good one. That was the better one, right?
That was
The one where Gerard Butler had a flawless American accent that changed when he met up with Scottish agents at the end of the movie. Yeah, it was great.
Gerard
enjoyed
Butler
that movie.
plays Nick Flanagan.
Of the Clan MacLeod. Yeah, not seen it. That's fine. Will this movie lose $100 million like Geostorm? When will people
I
stop
hope
putting
so.
Gerard Butler in starring vehicles? Like in a starring role for these movies? Like,
What was the
isn't
last movie he was good in? 300?
I don't think he's a strong actor.
He's not.
I think 300 was the last good movie he was in.
And he wasn't good in that.
I mean, he yelled a lot.
He just screamed.
He just yelled on the screen. Screamed.
Yeah, he weirdly.
I slipped into it for a second.
That's his problem.
He can't stay.
Right, you can't.
He can't stay out of it.
The last movie,
Gods of Egypt. He was good in that.
the last movie that
He
don't
was
make
an Egyptian god.
a Scottish Egyptian god.
That was more ludicrous than him being a Secret Service agent for the U.S. president.
The last movie I saw him in before the first, before
The Fallen movies.
Olympus Has Fallen, was Law Abiding Citizen, and quite frankly, that role should have went to a black guy.
I did not.
Given the
Yeah.
circumstances.
I just didn't care about that movie at all. I won't say I didn't care for it, but I just didn't care.
Look, I get it. He was in How to Train Your Dragon.
What else was he in?
Machine Gun Preacher.
What else was he in? I'm not watching that
Seen
movie.
that.
I'm not watching a white man go over and save African kids with a machine gun. All right, no.
Gamer.
Oh boy.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
done
remember
by
that movie.
Neville Dean and Taylor.
Yeah.
Eey. What happened to those guys? Are they still alive? They
I
did
mean,
Ghost Rider
they
Spirit
did
of
Ghost
Vengeance, and
Rider
then like
And everybody was
Marvel
like,
took them out back and just like, put a bullet in their head. They were like, "No, you gotta go." What did you do? Those guys are really good, like second unit action
yeah,
directors.
they're very good at action.
They wrote Jonah Hex.
Who wrote Jonah Hex?
Neville Dean Taylor.
All right.
Yo, I've never seen that movie, but I've seen images of that movie, and that's enough to let me know the writing was bad. Like that movie looked horrible.
Damn.
Holy shit.
I'm amazed that comic book movies couldn't come out in 2010 and be terrible.
That was
and still-
2010?
Yeah.
The MCU had started by then.
Yeah.
And had been running.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy
I think
shit.
they had 2 movies out by then.
Yeah. Wow. That is crazy. Oh. Jonah, I might have to watch that. I bet it's really
That was
good.
Josh Brolin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's Cable. And Thanos.
Yeah, he is. Wow, that's right.
He's been in 3 comic book movies. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
There you go.
All right. That is it for us this week. We will see you guys next week. New episodes of Dense Pixels are out. You guys were not supposed to do an episode, but then you did do an episode.
Yep.
For people who don't realize, so make sure you go check that out. You and Brad did one. It was good.
Yep.
You guys had a really good conversation about how you were like protesting too much about not being a sexual predator.
Yeah,
Seemed weird
because a popular video game forum shut down for a while because
I used to go to NeoGAF.
Did you?
Yeah, back in the day.
Well, you supported a sexual predator. You supported a sexual deviant.
I also went to Ain't It Cool News, so
You supported a sexual deviant.
and birth, death, and movies.
And you watched.
So that's 3 for 3.
And you watched honest trailers. You supported a
God
sexual
damn,
deviant.
nigga, can I watch anything? Hey, I can't do nothing.
Jesus.
Mark Zuckerberg, don't fuck up, man. I use Facebook all the time. Come on, man. Can't watch Mark Halperin on MSNBC no more. He got fucking fired. Although I don't really care. That guy's a hack. Yeah. Every bit of media I consume is run by sexual deviants.
There you go.
Crazy. Except for Pornhub. Weird.
Weirdly enough, the makers of Pornhub respect women enough
See?
to
Look at
let
that.
them make their own choices.
About getting rammed up the ass. Or eating butt. Gabrielle Union style. That poor woman ain't never gonna live that shit down.
Hey,
Good for
probably
her.
got a lot of people in her DMs.
Oh yeah.
They're
It's
like- Like fuck Dwayne Wade.
girl, I do squats. Look at this. So new episode of Dense Pixels is up. New episode of Look Forward is up. If you're a premium member, you get to enjoy an hilarious and frank conversation about how Lyndon B. Johnson might be the most interesting man in politics history. He used the
That shit was
N-word.
funny.
Yeah. He used the N-word all the time. But yeah, that was a good episode. Then there's also a brand new episode I'm very proud of for Black on Black Cinema that we did on Blackula that Terrence and I and Tiara, who was a special guest, came in on. That was really good. We had a really good time. If you've never seen Blackula, you should see it. And
Yeah.
either way, whether you see it or not, you should definitely listen to that episode because it was absolutely hysterical. So those are all out this week. Aaron Grievances will be back next week. Because I think, Micah, you got what, 9 more teeth to get taken out or whatever?
Yeah. It's a fucking pain in the ass.
We're just gonna knock your teeth out with a claw hammer. After
I mean,
we
at
finish
this point, I would welcome it.
Like, it's fine. So that will be back again. No Time to Bleed and The Men with the Golden Tongues has a new episode coming out next week for each one of those shows. So look forward to all of that, and we will see you guys next week.
See you.
Take it easy.
Bye.